Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, a former Lincoln firefighter is suing the city, accusing the fire department of sexual discrimination.
Plus, a body found in Lincoln yesterday has now been identified, but first this evening.
For this particular window, we have some revenue that we can work and look at things that will be good for Nebraska's future.
Helping students and rural Nebraska. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. The University of Nebraska-Kearney is asking for $60 million federal dollars.
It would be used to establish a rural health complex on campus, expanding options for students. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us now to explain how they hope it will not only help Kearney, but all of Nebraska. Ariana?
Yes, a rural medical school in western Nebraska is something Senator Robert Hilkman has been pushing for at least the last 8 years. And now, with Federal American Rescue Plan Act funds, his hopes may soon become a reality.
We have significant gaps in medical health care coverage in terms of mental health professionals, occupational therapists, physical therapists, particularly in the rural counties of Nebraska. So this would be an attempt to try to help close that gap by creating actual brick and mortar schoolhouse on the Kearney campus and bring these students there where they would internship and eventually stay in the rural parts of Nebraska.
A few years ago, the University of Nebraska-Kearney expanded their nursing school and allied health degrees. Now they're taking another step by creating the Rural Health Complex on campus. It will add new programs and expand their existing ones.
Not only are we adding a medical school, but we're going to add more for the pharmacy techs, the pharmacists, the med techs, the x-ray, the whole thing, the whole scope. This is going to make that a center for medical activity in central western Nebraska.
Currently, 85% of the students who go through UNK Health Science Education Center stay in rural Nebraska. It's
important that we invest in our future, and this is going to be an investment into rural health and into medicine in general.
The $60 million requested from the American Rescue Plan Act funds will build new classrooms.
A lot of the clinics and a lot of the infrastructure for medical hospitals and clinics are there. It's just getting the medical professionals to fill them out.
The hope is that the medical school will also draw students into UNK undergraduate programs so that they can receive all degrees at the same university.
I think we need to have a medical school which focuses on rural health care.
Senator Rob Lowe represents Kearney and spoke on how important it is to grow student population.
The program will also bring in roughly 214 students at any given time. UNK students are the key component to the economy of Kearney.
This will help the shortage of healthcare workers, especially in rural communities, as well as retain and gain young people into our state.
There is no better piece of legislation in this year's session to grow central and western Nebraska than LB 721.
Currently, the nursing program at UNK is full, and this would allow them to add 40 more students into the program. This must pass committee before hitting the debate floor.
All right, Ariana. Thank you so much for that story. Speaking of the University of Nebraska,
they have proven to have a huge impact on the economy of the state. An independent analysis found that for every dollar the university system receives of federal dollars, they are able to turn it into $9 in the Nebraska economy. That means a yearly $5.8 billion economic impact, which has grown about 30% over the last 3 years.
It's one of the largest economic impacts of any university system of any state in the country.
The Nebraska system asked for federal funds to grow 8 areas across the university system, including agriculture, rural health, and more. They hope that by adding programs, they can continue to impact the state's economy in a positive way. The city of Lincoln is again under fire, facing allegations of sexual discrimination.
A former Lincoln firefighter who worked with LFR for 7 years has filed a lawsuit. As Channel 8's Andrew Ward reports, she's claiming she was fired because of her gender and sexual orientation.
According to a lawsuit filed earlier this week, Jessie Lundvall is now the sixth woman allegedly accused by the city of, quote, lying or falsifying reports after engaging in protected activity, end quote. That list also includes former Lincoln police officers Sarah Williams and Angela Sands. Lundvall claims she was fired from Lincoln Fire and Rescue back in June last year for participating as a witness in a different internal investigation involving a former female firefighter. Lundvall, a lesbian, also believes she was treated differently because of her sexual orientation during her 7 years working for the city. In the lawsuit, Lundvall gives several examples, most of them surrounding claims that she was surveyed for weeks due to time cards being reported incorrectly, even without being told how to properly file them. At the time of her termination, Lundvall says current LFR Chief Dave Engler said the city forced his hand to fire her.
Again, that was Andrew Ward reporting there for us. The city has yet to release any sort of statement on these allegations, and they did not respond for a comment at this time.
Of course, this is all happening while the city continues to battle a lawsuit filed by LPD officer Aaron Spilker, who claims she was sexually assaulted by 2 former officers within the department. 3 people are without a home tonight here in Lincoln
after an early morning fire tore through their mobile home. It happened around 2 a.m. at Pine Acre Mobile Home Park. That's near 40th and Cornhusker Highway. Lincoln Fire and Rescue found 1 trailer burning. Crews were able to get that fire taken care of pretty quickly, but not before it started to spread to neighboring mobile homes.
3 occupants made it out safely prior to our arrival. The fire did damage an adjacent trailer, which was also temporarily evacuated.
Crews rescued a dog and 2 cats that had minor injuries. Officials say the fire started by electrical wiring and that there was about $20,000 in damage. The family is getting help from the Red Cross. And new information tonight after a body was found at a Lincoln apartment building near 16th and Washington.
Yeah, we first told you about this yesterday. Lincoln police tell us 41-year-old Terry Berry died after suffering serious burns to his body. They do not believe there was any foul play involved with this. An autopsy has been scheduled. Yesterday, his apartment building had yellow tape around it as they investigated, and we did speak with a neighbor.
I've seen like police presence, but not this close to home. Like, this is a pretty quiet neighborhood, and we don't have a lot of like no drama and stuff.
Of course, we'll continue to follow the investigation and keep you updated both online and on the air. A dog is alive today after the Omaha Fire Department used a special tool to save it.
After rescuing 4 people inside an engulfed home yesterday, firefighters found a dog unresponsive. In just 5 minutes of using a special snout-shaped oxygen mask, the dog came to and started wagging her tail.
It means a great deal for us to be able to help anybody we come across. That's kind of why we became firefighters. We want to help and make a difference. And we realize that everybody's pet is a part of their family. So they're fur babies that they have. So we want to, anytime that we can help and put oxygen on them or do anything that we can to get them the right help that they need to make sure everyone in their family is doing okay, that makes us feel like we've done our part.
Since 2018, the Omaha Fire Department has brought along these Fido bags, is what they're called. They were donated by the Omaha Animal Medical Group. Each one is equipped with gloves, a special oxygen mask with tubing, extra leashes, and other supplies for treating injured pets. And tonight we continue featuring and highlighting Black-owned businesses in honor of Black History Month.
Yeah, we're featuring a small restaurant in the south of downtown neighborhood. Juju's Vegan, Cajun, and Creole at 11th and B Streets was started by Louisiana native Derek Gaspard as a catering gig and as a way to bring his favorite New Orleans foods to the Lincoln area with a vegan twist. Then he opened the full sit-down restaurant. He said he was inspired by visiting his hometown and seeing all of the different vegan restaurants already in business in New Orleans.
Derek always has had a passion for cooking and joked while other kids were watching the Cartoon Network, he was watching the Food Network. But what can someone expect when they visit his restaurant?
You can expect multiple layers of flavor. Everything we make is from scratch, handmade when we can. We use fresh herbs, multiple dried herbs as well. We make everything fresh every week. Everything's prepared fresh to order. So just expect an overall fresh, great experience. You know, I always make the joke that, you know, men lie, women lie, but the flavor doesn't.
Good point there. Derek also says it feels really good knowing there's support for him and his business from places he didn't think were paying attention. He says his family's support also means a lot to him.
That looks delicious. Well, time now for a check of our first weather. And you know, John, the sun is a little deceiving today. It's very bright outside, but a little chilly.
That's right. Now, this morning we had some clouds around, but as expected, the skies were clearing this afternoon. Temperatures are a bit cooler than yesterday. Yesterday we were in the low 40s. Today, temperatures were struggling to get to 30. We eventually did make it to 30 degrees this afternoon, right at 3:59 in Lincoln. Clear skies still out there as we take a live look to the north and west. Temperatures around the city right now still remaining in the upper 20s to right around 30 degrees. Head further to the south. Move south for warmer temperatures typically. That's not the case today. 29 degrees in Beatrice. It's 28 in New York, 28 in Columbus, but we do have 30s as you head out towards the Tri-Cities. Winds, that's the other big story for today. They're not gusting like they were last night or even yesterday. They will begin to pick up as we go through the day tomorrow. Wind chills wise, temperatures are the wind chill is just a few degrees below the actual air temperature as of 5 o'clock. Skies are clear, and you can see those clouds that were departing off to the south and east. So not much going on around here right now. And the big winter storm that just missed us to the south and east continues to pull eastward, now moving into Illinois and Indiana and starting to dry out across portions of Missouri. For the rest of this evening, we will see clear skies, 21 degrees by 8, 19 by 10, but things are a little different tonight. Our low temperature happens early tonight, then we start to rise by morning, and wait till you see the temperatures tomorrow afternoon. That's coming up in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Tensions over Ukraine growing this evening.
The U.S. is sending a clear warning to world leaders that Russia is trying to use misinformation or false flag operations as a reason to attack Ukraine. ABC's Faith Ubube has the latest.
In a last-minute presentation at the UN Security Council meeting, Secretary of State Antony Blinken sharing America's view of what Vladimir Putin plans to do with the 150,000 Russian troops he's assembled near Ukraine's border.
Our information indicates clearly that these forces are preparing to launch an attack against Ukraine in the coming days.
The top U.S. diplomat saying the Russian invasion would involve bombs raining down across Ukraine, communication lines across the country being jammed, cyber attacks, crashing key networks while Russian soldiers and tanks move on specific targets, including Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. Putin insisting he has no intentions of invading Ukraine, accusing the U.S. of hysteria.
They have not moved any of their troops out. They've moved more troops in.
Today, Russian-controlled separatists launching a mortar attack that hit a kindergarten located in Ukrainian government-controlled territory. The National Police releasing these videos, saying the blasts left 20 children fleeing for their lives and 3 adults injured. It came as pro-Russian rebels claimed it was Ukrainian forces that fired on their territory. Russian officials also accusing Ukraine of atrocities against civilians in separatist regions. NATO Secretary General and other Western leaders saying they fear Russia is building a pretext for invasion. The U.S. Embassy in Kyiv saying that it's clear Russia and the separatists were responsible for hitting the school. And Moscow sent the U.S. a response to its diplomatic proposals today, once again threatening military technical measures if their demands are not met. Secretary Blinken invited his Russian counterpart for talks next week, but in a troubling sign, Russia confirmed it's expelling the deputy U.S. ambassador in Moscow. In Washington, Faith Ubube, ABC News.
And coming up, a brawl inside a New Jersey mall is sparking controversy.
But it's not because of the actual fight. We'll explain after the break.
A video has gone viral showing two teenagers getting into a fight last night, or I should say last weekend, at a New Jersey mall. One kid was white, the other was black.
But when police got there, the black teenager was held to the ground and handcuffed, and the white teenager was not. Now it's sparking outrage and accusations of racial bias. Michelle Charlesworth has the story.
This is after the fight on Saturday. The light-skinned high schooler sits watching while two police officers hold down and handcuff the black 8th grader, whose name is Kai. Kai is face down with a knee in his back, but the light-skinned teen is not handcuffed and, in fact, never is handcuffed. Governor Murphy weighed in.
I'm deeply disturbed by what appears to be a racially disparate treatment in the video.
This is the fight that caused Bridgewater Township Police to get involved at the Bridgewater Mall. The light-skinned teen is older. The black teen is younger, in 8th grade, and explains he was sticking up for a 7th grader friend who had been bullied.
They basically tackled me to the ground, and then the male officer put his knee in my back, and then he started putting me in cuffs, and then the female officer came over, put her knee on my upper back too, and it started helping put the cuffs on me, and while he was just sitting down on the couch watching the whole thing.
I had to watch it on mute. I still haven't watched it, listen to the sound. I know, I'm baby stepping my way into watching it, but it's just crazy.
An investigation is underway. Authorities are asking for any other video to be sent to them. This is what was said by onlookers watching as the video was recorded.
Yo, it's because he's black.
The Somerset County Prosecutor's Office and New Jersey Attorney General's Internal Affairs Office are investigating. The governor said progress has been made, but twice stressed. This looks disparate, unequal.
We have to let the investigation play out. The appearance of what is racially disparate treatment is deeply, deeply disturbing.
Kai's mother's request? She wants the police officers never again to work as officers and more.
To be honest, I want them to become unemployable.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
It's been pretty dry this month, and for the year, it's been dry as well. We are now approaching 1 inch of precipitation below normal. Computer models suggesting some moisture coming our way over the next 7 days. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually get that much from what the computers are suggesting, as it does look to be relatively dry over the next 7 days. Latest drought monitor has been released, and you can see extreme eastern Nebraska under abnormally dry conditions, but the rest of the area under moderate drought conditions. That has increased by 23% from last week. So we're now talking 90% of the state with at least moderate drought conditions, and then severe drought off to the south and west, and also up towards the O'Neill area. Sunny skies today, no precipitation to deal with. This is a live look right now from Beatrice, where we've got those nice blue skies. Temperatures are cooler than yesterday. We're down about 10 degrees in Lincoln, although just slightly warmer out towards Grand Island and Kearney, where it's 33 degrees. Only 29 in Lincoln, 28 in Beatrice. We hit 30 degrees this afternoon in the capital city. Winds remain out of the northwest. They are eventually going to start to shift around to the southwest as we go through overnight tonight. But wind chills right now anywhere from near the teens, mainly in the lower to mid 20s. So at least the winds aren't too bad. For tonight, something a little different. Instead of us keep dropping by morning, we'll actually have our low temperature happening probably right around midnight tonight. And then as we get to tomorrow morning, those winds shift around to the southwest. That's going to help bring up some warmer air our way. So we'll be back up actually into the 20s, likely by 7 o'clock in the morning. Here's Stormcast showing you on the wind gusts how as we go through the overnight hours, the winds begin to increase out of the south-southwest. We'll have some gusts to 25 miles per hour through 7 o'clock, but winds tomorrow will once again start to gust as a cold front starts to come our way. It's not going to completely pass, so we'll keep westerly to west-northwesterly winds tomorrow. And we're going to see mild temperatures around here. But we could have an occasional gust at times, I think, to 35 miles per hour. Stormcast even suggesting maybe even upwards of 40 miles per hour. So overnight lows tonight will occur again right around midnight, down to 13 in Lincoln, 15 Seward, 15 degrees in Beatrice, and 13 in For tomorrow, you'll notice the temperatures warming pretty quickly. I think after a few clouds in the morning, we should see mainly sunny skies. Now notice as we head towards noon, temperatures already in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. As we head towards the afternoon, we just keep surging temperature-wise. We'll be up into the upper 50s in some spots, and I don't know why it's showing 30s, because I know I typed in something different. But we will see a high temperature tomorrow right around 56 degrees, or make that 58 degrees in Lincoln. For tomorrow evening, we will then see our temperatures start to cool off a little bit, but it's still going to be not too bad if you've got plans tomorrow evening. We'll be down into the 30s by 10 o'clock tonight. This weekend right now looks still pretty nice. A cold front will come through, so we've dropped our temperature just a little bit for Saturday. A high of only 48 degrees, and I say only, that's still almost 10 degrees above normal. And Sunday is going to be the best day of the weekend with highs into the mid-60s. 58 again tomorrow in Lincoln. We'll be up near 60 out towards the Tri-Cities, and I think we could hit 60 in Hebron. 38 degrees on Monday. A cold front comes through. We'll see our temperatures falling. A chance for some snow flurries around here on Tuesday. Some question marks about the middle of next week. A couple of computer models that were suggesting we could get a big Arctic outbreak of cold air coming down our direction. I know Megan, at least on Twitter, was excited about that idea. And if that does happen, we may deal with a little more snow than what I'm currently forecasting. I'm not going to buy into it just yet, but it is something we're watching. And we are still going cooler by middle of next week with highs only to 20 by next Wednesday.
Oh, come on, John, buy in. I need a little bit more winter.
I've got to believe it, because let me tell you how many times they've been showing it throughout the winter, and we've just not really had it. So we'll see as we get closer to it.
Yeah, I feel like every big storm in the region has completely missed us.
Just missing us to the south.
All right. Fingers crossed. Thank you, John. Well, here's a look at Wall Street. It was a terrible day. The Dow plummeting 622 points. NASDAQ falling 407. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Temperatures this evening will be cooling down into the teens by 10. Our low temperature will be right around midnight. In Lincoln, probably down to 13 to 14 degrees. We'll actually be back into the 20s by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All right. Thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Seafood is back at Amigos. Everyone gets their favorites, even my picky eaters. And I don't have to cook. But the Baja fish tacos belong to Mama.